Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Logging from Scratch episode. Last time we were playing, we had just bunched down that horrendous hill with all the nasty looking trees. And now, we're going to go get some of that wood bucked up and cleaned up, at least the big pieces for sure. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this trailer. I see it's kind of fell down a little bit here, so hopefully I can still hook it up. Oh yeah, we're good. I'm just going to drop our little excavator off because we don't need this little guy since we got the big boy now. This guy has served its purpose for this little map. I'm just going to park this guy right over here. We're going to spin it around so that's facing the correct direction. There we go. So we're going to leave that guy there. We'll load this up. And what my plan is to do, there we go, is to follow around. Well, which direction am I going? This way. No, this way. Let's go straight and then left, I think is the best way. Straight and left. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll use the 880 to kind of pick those logs up, move them around, and we'll use the saw to buck off anything that we don't want, leave it in a pile. And then eventually we're going to come through with our grinder, which I actually had delivered, but it's sitting at the shop still, so we'll have to go grab that guy. We can actually put that on the front of our 880 as well, which I probably should do. I think I want to go this way. Yeah, there we go. So we'll load up that guy probably on the next episode. And we'll drag it on out there. There we go. Perfect. We don't want to go left because we always go left and through that guy's field, so we're going to go right. Smoke it on down here. And yeah, this should be a little, this might be a little bit nasty getting through here because we have to drag this trailer around all over the place. But I figure if we do it as we go, it's going to be a lot cleaner than if we don't, so. So like this guy is a good piece. So let's clean up some of these limbs here. And this guy's a good piece. We're actually just going to buck this guy. We'll do these little cuts, kind of give us some space to play with a little bit. And let's go here. And let's go here. Perfect. So, excuse me, while we're cutting away here, I had a request for topic of the day for instruments, music, I guess. Do you play any instruments, and what are they? So I'll start with me, since I'm the only one that can ask the question in the room here. I have always been into music ever since I was, I don't know, when did I start really getting into music? I learned how to play guitar. That was my main focus. I saw the movie Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and I instantly wanted to be a guitar player, just like Antonio Banderas's amazing mariachi character. So there's a little solo at the beginning of Once Upon a Time in Mexico that he plays on this kind of a half-built guitar with these sketchy strings, and it's this really sick little like lick melody thing that he just diddly does this like, oh, just amazing. So when I was younger, I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do that. I don't know why I chose that particular thing and why that particular thing inspired me like that, but I said, hey, this is something I want to do, and I'm going to learn it, and I did. So I learned how to play that exact solo, although it took me a long time to learn how to play guitar correctly. I learned how to play that exact solo just like he did in the movie. After a few years of learning, of course. It wasn't like I just picked it up and did it, but yeah, it was very, very cool. It was very, very exciting. I went on to play guitar for a long time. I played in bands, jazz bands, school bands, all kinds of stuff. Also, I also did choir, so that's kind of like an instrument. I used to sing in a quartet. We actually we went to nationals and we won our little 4-person quartet. I could sing very beautifully, if I may say so myself. And so could the other people in my group. And apparently we were good, and they liked us, so that was another thing. I ended up really getting into music. I was in lots of different little bands, little groups, And then I found heavy metal music, and oh my god, I just love heavy metal music. Just absolutely love it. So I became a vocalist for a few metal bands. I played guitar for a few metal bands. Played bass for a couple metal bands. I jokingly played drums for a metal band. I'm not a good drummer. I'm an okay drummer. I can keep the rhythm, but some of that stuff is just beyond me. But yeah, so I mean, I can play pretty much anything. Keyboard, I play a little bit. Piano, keyboard, same difference. Not like a lot of that, but I can definitely pull it off if I need to. How about you guys? You guys in the comments, do you guys play any instruments? And if you do, what kind? I guess I could go over my gear. Right now, oops, I thought I got that one. Right now I have three guitars. I have 2 electric guitars and one acoustic guitar with nylon strings. Beautiful. Love that one. That one's probably one of the nicer sounding ones. So I have a Rusty Cooley. I don't know if you ever heard of that guy. And I didn't buy it because of Rusty Cooley. I didn't actually know the artist, Rusty Cooley, who's just a guitar soloist, really good metal guitar soloist. But I loved the design on the guitar, and he's got like kind of this bone, I don't even know, it's like a bone tribal, crazy looking design on his signature guitars, and it's just super, super cool. So I found one that had a white background with black for the bone and spine kind of design on it. And if you go Google Rusty Cooley guitars, just search Rusty Cooley guitar white, and you'll see it there. But pretty cool, beautiful, beautiful guitar. The other one I really splurged on. One of my favorite guitar artists was Steve Vai. He's a famous guitarist. Who's a really tall, lanky guy and can play just the most crazy, crazy stuff. If you ever go watch, go on YouTube and type in Steve Vai Tender Surrender, and there's like an old performance of him playing. And my God, if you can find a guy who can emotionally sexualize a guitar the way Steve Vai does, I don't want to meet him, because my God, he is out of this world. It's absolutely stunning watching him play. So he was also very inspiring for a lot of my my guitar career, learning how to play and getting into that stuff. So I back to the equipment. I did splurge really bad, and I created a debt for myself by doing it. But I work a lot of jobs, and I was like, oh man, I work a lot of hours, and I'm gonna buy something really nice for myself. So I pretty much financed a signature Steve Vai guitar, like one of his his gem, like the original gem with the white body. Oh my God, it is probably the smoothest sounding guitar that I've ever played in my life as far as electrics go. The Rusty Cooley one's cool too. It's lower quality, like it's not quite as good. It's just a beautiful piece of art, and it plays really nice if you want to. I use that as kind of my beater guitar. Like if I really want to just give her and jam hardcore to some metal, I will use the Rusty Cooley one. And then if I want to get into some more kind of, classical, styly, kind of smooth playing, I'll use the Steve Vai one. But yeah, and the other one I got is just a boring nylon acoustic guitar. But it sounds really nice, and honestly, if it has strings and they're attached to wood, I can pretty much make a melody on it. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as musical instruments, that's pretty much how it goes. My wife learned how to play the cello, so that was pretty cool. She's still looking at that kind of stuff and getting into it. I tried playing violin one time. Wasn't a fan. Didn't like violin. I think it's just, I know it's similar to a guitar, like the style, your fingering and stuff is very, very similar, but on the spectrum of like control, I don't know. A pick versus like using a bow is just a whole other world, to say the least. It's a whole other world. But I don't know. I've always enjoyed music and pretty much all of its arts. I'm not going to keep these pieces. I'm going to throw these away. We're better than that. We just want the big pieces. So yeah, you guys in the comments, Tell me if you play an instrument. If you do play an instrument, what kind of instrument? What's your first instrument that you ever had? And do you currently have a wicked guitar or bass or drum set or signature or something from your favorite artist? Like I said, there's nothing more fun than going back and reading your guys' comments about, it's cool, you're telling me things about yourselves that I would otherwise never know. It's pretty cool. You get to learn lots about people. It's one thing about YouTube I found to be quite interesting. I find lots of YouTubers don't necessarily, I won't say don't care, because that's sounds kind of dickish, but I'd say they don't really interact with their fan base. And I can understand why. I mean, I've interacted with a few people in the fan base that were different, to say the least, that normally I would not want to interact with in real life. But I'd say 99% of the people who comment on videos or, send me emails or anything, very normal people. Like, I don't see why people are so scared to interact with the fan base. And I hear lots of different stories of people, horror stories of my fan tracked me down and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, well, whatever. Don't be a dick about it. People forget that these are, people are real. They're real people. It's like, if somebody's giving me the time of day because of something I made and they want to talk about it, like, God, why wouldn't you want to have a conversation with them? And I understand, as you get bigger, even my channel, like, I never expected it to get anywhere near what it is right now. Like, it's a lot bigger than it ever thought it would ever be. So I understand not being able to make time for every single conversation and every single person, because I do get lots of people that ask me questions. And I mean, if it's a question that's something, very general, like, are your mods coming to console? Are your, how do I install my mods? That kind of stuff I just refer to the FDR Logging help page, like on the website. But, for most part, I try my best, for the most part, if anybody asks general questions about, mods in life, or, they are generally curious about something, I'll try to answer them, because I don't believe in the whole never answer your fans thing. There's actually lots of YouTubers, if you go watch, becoming a YouTuber, blah, 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 blah. Although interacting with your fans is one of their training techniques, most of the YouTubers I know personally, like friends and stuff, refuse to interact with fans, other than just saying, like, hi, and that's the last bit, just because they don't want to create unrealistic relationships with people that they can't really follow up on. And I can understand that. It's kind of like saying, it's hard to have a friend in life is a lot of work, right? Like, committing to a friendship is a relationship. It is a lot of work, right? So to commit to a full-scale relationship with someone you don't really know, while you have hundreds of thousands of people trying to do the same thing, it is definitely difficult to do that. But at the same time, I mean, it doesn't mean you have to, not really give them the time of day either. So it's a hard struggle. The hard struggles of life. But I do, backtracking back to our original part of where that started, I do enjoy reading the comments. And although people probably imagine I ignore lots of stuff, I do read every single comment. Even if it's for 1 second or 10 seconds, my eyes do touch every comment. I do look at them, I do read them, I do review them. And I do think about lots of things, whether it be criticisms or whether it be legit questions or requests. I do consider everything. Unless it's completely ridiculous, then there's probably not a lot of consideration going on. So yeah, we kind of detoured off topic there, but that's classic me, so it's a classic Jordan move. Wouldn't be any fun if I didn't detour off topic, though. Next thing we know, we're going to be talking about earth science and how the world changes. Is that a limb? Oh my god, I was like, what? These trees don't have limbs that big? Apparently they do, you just don't really count. So what are we going to do with this thing? I guess we'll just cut it into eighths sort of thing. So that and that. See, if the whole mountain was covered in these trees, my life would be a lot easier. Because these are manageable. Those other ones aren't manageable. That's kind of a pretty picture. Hey, I like that. Sometimes the contrast on these machines is just legendary. It just looks beautiful. Just got to line it up just right. Just right. Let's go with that one. Bingo. Nailed it. Nailed it. So let's grab this guy. I think that's pretty much a full load. How are we doing for time? Oh, we still got a little bit of time. So why don't we use this? We'll grab this, throw it on here, and then we'll use this as kind of our first load out, even though there's a big gap on this side. I'll just put these in here, I think. Oops. Oh, geez. Careful now. Careful now, boys. Oh, geez. You have to be just ever so gentle with this. There we go. I don't want to do any extra damage to the trailer. Dunk. Oh, man. Oh, come on. It was on there. You saw that. You guys saw that. It was on there. Foul. I'm telling the ref. Because this is baloney. Baloney. All right. Nice and gentle. Easy does it. Easy. All right. Let's go with that. So we're just going to leave our 880 parked out here. Oh, that's a nice picture, too. God, these pictures. Let's aim it up a little bit more. Sorry, guys. Can't help myself. I'm addicted. All right. So let's head her down to the sawmill. We'll do a quick sell, make a little bit of bucks. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tally this money up separately from our big cash fund that we have sitting. Because at the end, I'm going to take the tally amount that we have total and our profit amount and take the expenses away from the profit and then just add the final total on. Because before I was doing it all and then you guys couldn't really see it, and I'm sure my calculations were all wrong anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but we'll just wing it. It's all good. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. So we need to detour over the track here. I'm going to skip right through here. As long as that guy doesn't call a Policia officer on me, we should be good to go. Now, if we keep going straight, I think that's the sawmill literally right there. It is. Oh my God, that's the first thing we've been able to find. Should we honk at him? Let's honk. What kind of wussy horn does this truck have? We're going to have to fix that. That's not... Oh, ooh. That's horrible. You hear that? Listen to that. Wee! Wee! Big lifted truck and this horn that belongs on a Ford Focus. What the heck? Jeez. We can do better than that, can't we? All right, let's park this bad boy right here. Okay, how much you guys think it's going to be worth? Take a guess. What do you think? I'm going to say 15,000 because those are some big chunks. All right, moment of truth. What's it going to be? Oh, 14.5. That's pretty close. Pretty close. Oop, let's close that and open this. There you go, 14.5. So let's go. So we're going to go, so this will be a plus when we get there, but this will also be a plus. So those are two negatives. This one's a plus. So we're going to go 14,000. Oops, 14,500. 765. So we need to change that to 5,000. Because we got this big deficit now for our daily upkeep. We got a lot. We're starting to get a lot of equipment now. So let's get this back to my uncle's place. Probably going out this way would be quicker. So get this back to my uncle's, and then tomorrow we'll hopefully be able to keep kicking it with the 880 there. But yeah, still got a few trees to clean up. This trailer may not be the most efficient way to do it, but because we're moving so slow anyway, I'm not too worried about it. Oh, I was about to be ballsy and pass, but see what? Look at that. Wow, what's with the traffic all of a sudden? Passing. No care. I'm passing. I forgot about my trailer. Oh, don't wipe out the sign. Did we get the sign? Oh, I think we totally did. I'm just not going to look back. We'll be fine. Cars beware. This would be called reckless driving, but you know what? We're still alive. I'll respect the stop sign, though. It's more like one of those stop and go situations. And I think I made a wrong turn, which I always do, so we're just going to loop back up this street. Remember this giant thing, and then we went left. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. We were totally in the wrong spot. I won't be able to get through there with the trailer. I can with the truck, but this is fun. We just like driving around the neighborhood anyway. Detour. How do I keep doing that? You guys probably wonder the same thing. Honestly, when I'm talking consistently, my ability to know directions is completely out to lunch. Oops. Oh, almost scraped paint on that guy. That would have been bad. We don't want that. All right, so let's go this way. Okay, so where's the gas station? Oh, speaking of which, we should probably get some gas. Oh, we'll do that next time. Okay, so that's the gas station here. So we got to remember, when we get to the railroad, we actually go right when we come back to get to my uncle's place. Which should be right here. Amazing. Unlock that guy. Back this buddy in here. Oh, our truck's starting to get dirty. We must be working now. That's how you tell you're working. Things are getting dirty. Yeah, see that? Oh, we got mud building up on there. And here I thought this would be clean out here. Oh, well. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it at that. So, if you guys like the episode, leave a like, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe. And if you're in the bush, don't forget to hug a tree. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.